Good morning and welcome to Patsy's Corner. And I've got some exciting things for you today and our new stories about a princess. See, I'm already a princess at the library and I can have so much fun being a princess. But first, I want to ask you, did you decorate your crowns? You can be a prince with a crown or a princess. You can color it. I didn't color mine, I just stuck pretty things all over it. So I can be princess of the day. I'll put that right there. Also, have you played with your dragon mask? Remember Venture showed y'all how to have a dragon and put some colored eyes on him? He could look really fierce if you play with his eyes. You can have one eye or two eyes, a blue eye or a pink eye. Have fun with your dragon. And then we had some dragon handouts. Remember, you got your dragon egg. When you opened it up, did you find a miniature dragon? There he is. He's upside down. But look at there. I got one too. I'm going to play with mine. I'm going to sit him right on my dresser so he can go to sleep at night. See? I got lots of, and frogs. Have y'all played with these silly frogs and make them jump and leap and play leapfrog at home? Just mash his little tail at the bottom and he'll jump, fly away. Play with your frogs and have fun with things at the summer. Okay. Today, our story is about a princess, and there are different kinds of princes. And today, our story is about Cinderella. And this is a really old doll that I have. I'm going to show it. She's an upside-down doll. Let's get her turned around. And see, she's all dressed to go to work. She worked for the old woman and her 3 daughters, and she was going to work, dressed up. But when she gets there, she has to do a lot of work, and her pretty clothes that she has on got dirty and tattered and torn. Look, see, she's on the other end. See, her apron got torn, and she's very unhappy because they made her do so many chores in the house, and she didn't get to go to the ball. But at the end of the story, I'm going to show you how she looks. She's a real princess. Okay, our first story is Goldilicious by Victoria Can. It was fun reading these princess stories. Okay, let's see what she does. It says, I was putting flowers on the mane of my pet unicorn. Pinkalicious, what are you dropping? Flowers on the rug? Asked Mommy. I'm not dropping flowers. I'm getting Goldie ready for the unicorn ball, I said, prancing around the room. What unicorn? I don't see any unicorn, said Peter. She's right here, and she's not any unicorn. She is my unicorn. Her name is Goldilicious. Goldie for short. Oh, Goldie, you shouldn't have done that on the floor. You know better. Just right when I need you to go to potty. I'm sorry, Peter, but you're stepping in it. Mommy, what is Pinkalicious talking about? Pinkalicious, it's okay to have an imaginary friend, but maybe it's time to put Goldie back in her stall. I'll take her outside in the house where she can run free. Okay, Mommy, come on, Goldie. We know where we are wanted, I said, galloping out the door. Looks like nobody could see Goldie but Pinkalicious. I took Goldie out to the perfect Pinkalicious party. Very grateful. They had a wonderful sense of balance. We were thinking of joining the majestic Magenta Ballet. There are only a few extremely special and unique people who can see Goldie, namely me. Goldie is also a pinktastic roller skater, kite flyer, and high jumper. She's very fast. I can never keep up with her. Jeez, wait for me. Goldie, where are you? She loves to play hide and seek, but she's too quick for me. As soon as I spot her, she's gone. Where could she be? Oh, you turned into a fairy princess, and you're having a tea party, Goldilicious. This is the most delicious cake I have ever had. But where did you find the sweetest flower nectar, I asked. Pinkalicious, may I join your tea party, Peter said. Please, Peter, you're about to sit on Goldilicious. Be careful, I screamed. Here's a little cinnamon stick for your tea, said Peter. That's a worm. Get out of here. Because Goldie will always protect me, I shouted. Not if I kidnap her and hold her prisoner in the castle. Beware, fair sister, or your golden pet will become broiled from my magical tea, Peter yelled from the treehouse. Don't worry, Goldie. I will rescue you from the wandering wizard. Pinkalicious, you must glaze into this crystal ball as I cast a spell, Peter chatted as he threw a ball over the side of the treehouse. Abracadabra, abracadabra, wizard out, pirate in. Ahoy, Master Goldilicious will never become your treasure. I will make him walk the plank. I suddenly realized that Goldilicious was nowhere to be seen. Hey, Peter, where did she go? Look, she turned into a mermaid. Peter pointed to Pinkalicious. Oh, that's just her dress-up outfit. She's not a real mermaid. She's just pretending. Can't you see? Wow, now can she float on water? She can float in the air. Goldilicious is flying, said Peter. Come back, I screamed. Where is she going? Will she come back tomorrow? I'm going to find my lasso so I can catch her in the morning when I wake up, said Peter. That's if you can find her, I yelled, and I ran off. Goldie, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back. Pinkalicious, it's time to go to bed. Come in now, hollered Mama from the door. Perhaps Goldie's hiding from the mean sorceress who had come to take her to the dungeon, I said loud. Pinkalicious, we heard that. Oh, pardon me. I meant Sir Daddy and later Mommy, rulers, supreme and gracious guardians of the Princess of Pink. Now, okay, I'm coming to bed, but I don't know where Goldie is, and she'll miss me if I don't kiss her goodnight. Well, oh, she was waiting for me all along, I said, climbing to bed and closing my eyes. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow, Mama and Daddy said, kissing us both goodnight. So they did see Pinkalicious, and that's the story of Goldilicious. Isn't that a good story? Yeah, we're just going to put that right down there. All right, let's see what this one is. Princess Sparkleheart. This is by Josh Schneider. This is a different story too. This summer we've got lots of new books. You ought to come out of the library and check out your books, or get you some new books off of Bookmobile. Okay, let's see. This is a different story. Amelia and Princess Sparkleheart were best friends. Grrr, said the dog. They had tea parties together. Here comes the dog. Grrr. They went to the royal wedding together, and the dog said, "Brrr." Dog sounded like he was very happy. They kept secrets together. Brrr. They did almost everything together. There's a rubby duck in the tub. Y'all got a rubby duck too? But the dog is watching. Brrr. But one day, Princess Sparkleheart had an accident. Oh, look what that dog is doing. He's tearing something all to pieces. Amelia was so sad, she cried and cried. Don't worry, said Amelia's mother. We'll soon be back together. Good as new. Good, go get my sewing box and go to put the doll back together. Boy, that doll made a mess, didn't it? First, we need to put her stuffing back in place, said Amelia's mother. Put some extra, said Amelia. She needs more muscles for protection against that dog. Now we put her face back together, said Amelia's mother. Look through my sewing box and find some good buttons for her eyes. Amelia looked through the sewing box. She had a hard time just picking out two. There's lots of buttons in that box. Now her mouth, said Amelia. Come get her some good teeth. What about her hair, said her mother. Red hair like mine, said Amelia. Wow, look at that red hair. Any of y'all got red hair? I used to have a little red in my hair. Let's see what she does. All that was left to find Princess Sparkleheart was some new clothes. Amelia gathered up some magazines in the house and looked for just the right outfit. There, said Amelia's mother. She's good as new. She got it all sewed back together. But she was wrong. Princess Sparkleheart was not as good as new. She was better. Oh, look at that. She was better. She turned her into a monster and made the dog run. Yup, yup, yup. The end. So the puppy learned that he couldn't tear up the doll anymore, and he learned to play with the ball instead of the doll. And that's your story of Princess Sparkleheart. I bet your heart's sparkling today. When you're happy, your heart sparkles. When you smile, you sparkle also. Okay, now here's our story about Cinderella. And this is by Amanda S.Q. This is a different story. All right. Once upon a time, there lived a very unhappy girl. Her mother had passed away, and her father had married a widow with 2 daughters. Her stepmother doted on her own daughters. Nothing was too good for them. Dresses, shoes, parties, whatever they wanted, that's what they got. But the poor unhappy girl, there was nothing at all. Her dresses were her stepsister's hand-me-downs. Her dinner was nothing but scraps, and her day was filled with hard work. Only when evening came was she allowed to sit for a while by the fire, near the cinders. Everybody called her Cinderella. One beautiful day, new dresses arrived at the house. A ball was going to be held at the palace, and the stepsisters were invited. Cinderella didn't ask if she could go too. She knew very well what the answer would be. Instead, Cinderella began her chores. She washed the dishes, she scrubbed the floors, and made the beds. She worked hard all day. I'm so unhappy, she sighed. Suddenly, when Cinderella was all alone, a fairy appeared. Don't be alarmed, Cinderella, said the fairy. I'm your fairy godmother. I know you'd love to go to the ball, and you shall. But I'm dressed in rags, said Cinderella, and flicked her magic wand. Cinderella found herself wearing the most beautiful dress she ever seen. Cinderella was speechless. My, she's beautiful. Now for your coat, said the fairy godmother. Bring me a pumpkin. Then the fairy godmother turned to the cat. Bring me some mice. And Cinderella soon returned with the pumpkin, and the cat had 7 mice. With a flash of her magic wand, the fairy godmother turned the pumpkin into a sparkling coach. Next, she turned the mice into 6 white, beautiful horses and a coachman. Cinderella could hardly believe her eyes. Oh, my, said the fairy godmother. The magic will make all the voices seem alike, so you must hurry. By the time the clock strikes 12, you must leave. Thank you, fairy godmother. Cinderella had a wonderful time at the ball, dancing with the prince himself. Then when she heard the first stroke of midnight, she had to say goodbye, and she slipped and ran out of the palace. But she dropped one of her shoes. As she ran, one of her slippers fell, but she kept running. She couldn't go back. The prince was now madly in love with her. He picked up the slipper and said to his ministers, search everywhere for this girl whose foot fits the slipper. I'll never be happy until I find her. Well, the minister took the slipper on the foot of every girl in the land until Cinderella was the only one left. The awful untidy simply cannot be at the ball, except the stepmother. The prince ought to marry one of my 2 daughters. Can't you see how ugly Cinderella is? To everybody's amazement, they put the shoe on Cinderella's foot. it slipped right on. The fairy godmother appeared and waved her magic wand, and in a flash, Cinderella was transformed to a beautiful dress and shone with beauty and elegance. Her stepmothers and sisters just glazed at amazement how beautiful she was. Oh my. The ministers had found the princess' love. Cinderella and the prince married the very next day and lived happily ever after. The end. So that's your story of Cinderella. And see, she changed from all her old ragged clothes into a beautiful princess and put her wedding veil on, and Cinderella and the prince got married. The end. Hope you enjoyed the stories today. See you. We're going to be Crafts with Adventure now. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crafts with Adventure. This week is Princess Week, and I have quite a few things for you this week. We're going to show you how to make your own coat of arms, and you can put whatever you want on it. Your family's history, if they worked somewhere, they were in a war, it's yours. You can decorate it as you please. I have a crown. So you just take your little cutouts. You can use construction paper, notebook paper, whatever you want. You tape it or glue it to your coat of arms. I also have a fairy tale time lost in the woods. So I think it is your own fairy tale newspaper, I think. And you open it up and it has different little activities on the inside and on the back. And if it's too bland for you, you can color it. It's your choice. I also have where you can make your own, girls or boys, your choice, your own little glass slipper. We have some little jewels that we have taken and glued to ours. And once you've glued it to it, yours will look something like mine. Or you can use a piece of white construction paper and you can color it in and then add you some glitter. It's your choice. I have two other ones. I have one with glitter on it and one with some more jewels on the bow. Next I have, what's your princess name? So you take the first letter of your name and the month you were born and put princess in front of it. You can do it with your mom, your siblings, cousins, your dog, whatever you choose. I also have another activity sheet. You just trace the letters. Older kids, it might not be your speed, so younger kids, here you go. And that's it for this week on Crafts with Adventure. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.